answer. Good morning.
Good morning.
How did it go in our recap? It is good to learn and remember. And when you learn and remember, it keeps us going. It helps us not to forget that which we learn, and then it helps us to put it in daily practice. If we put it in daily practice, it helps us to achieve where we're going. We started from somewhere and we're still in it until we get to actualize it practically in our lives. It's not all about coming to listen, but it's about trying to put it into practice. If we do that, it's going to help us in our life. This time we're going to look at the dangers of default we're going to look at dangers of default and over-indebtedness. Dangers of default and over-indebtedness. We are talking about money. When we talk of indebtedness, we are talking about something that is not happening well. When we say default, that means it is no longer normal. So, what are these two things that I've mentioned, default and over-indebtedness? Do they have dangers? Do they have dangers? If there are dangers, that's what we want to look at. So, obviously, in the next 1 hour plus, we are going to examine very well the dangers of default and over-indebtedness. For us to brainstorm on the default and dangers of indebtedness, we will take a look at this end. These are the ends that will push us through this session. And what that is, we have to understand the dangers of default on payment and over-indebtedness. We have to identify the causes of over-indebtedness and the risk behaviors. Before somebody becomes who goes into indebtedness, there is a behavior, there is a characteristic, there is a future, there is something that pushed, there is something that led the person going into indebtedness. We also want to identify ways of avoiding serious indebtedness and how to escape from it. We have to identify indebtedness. We now see how we can escape from it, we can avoid it, we can dodge it. One, as we are saying, we have to identify a situation of indebtedness. The first thing is we have to know what is indebtedness. We have to know the situation. What is this situation? In which state and what state will I be said to be over-indebted? Look at the word over-indebted. That means it's on the high side. So can I get 3 volunteers, please? 2 female and 1 male. 3 volunteers, come over with your chair. I don't know if we do it here, it's brighter here. 3 volunteers. 2 female and 1 male, please. Let's do one small drama. I'll give you like a few minutes to look at it. Then, 3 volunteers. 3 volunteers. 1 female more. 1 female. Pastor, come here. He said, okay, if you want to stand, no problem. Yeah. And then we can have it so that we can follow up. I have copies. Not too many. We can share. 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 I need one. So these 2 people will. One is the husband, which is Enoch, and then Ene is the female. So first, who will first do, madam? You or her? Okay.
The three.
It's two. The first, three volunteers, but the two. This is two people here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So these conversations, please speak loud so that we can hear what you are saying. Are we getting it?
Okay.
Yes,
You said you step aside small. Yeah. Now it's the two.
A tale of three borrowers. And then Kira and her husband, and having a discussion over a meal. He is home on a holiday from the United Kingdom for his annual leave. I say, that is I, Amen.
Wait. He's the male. He's the male. Let's get it. Are we to our paper?
Yes.
What can we deduce from the paper before us?
It's the story of three borrowers.
Is it three borrowers? No.
Borrowers.
No.
That is what they wrote here.
It is people, three people, his husband and wife.
Yeah.
He is Enoch, she is Ene.
Okay.
He is the first to look at it. Let's take some minutes or two. Look at it again. Look at it again. You are going to? Yes. It's husband and wife. We are trying to identify situation of over-indebtedness. We are talking about over-indebtedness. So we want to start it by demonstration. Let's look at the paper I've given each one of you, and then let's listen to them.
Okay.
Husband and wife. Then later, she will now meet her friend. The third person is a friend to her. So, are we good?
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. If you understand, let's go ahead.
I say, is it today that your loan application is being decided on at the microfinance institutions?
Yes, sir. The loan committee is meeting at 11 o'clock this morning. I am not worried because this time I am only asking for 2 million, which is less than I applied for the last time.
Why are you throwing only 2 million naira? Have you forgotten that before I return next week, I have to pay back my uncle who gave me a loan some years back, and I have first traveled at UK?
The 2 million is exactly the amount I need though, for the upselling of my shop. Besides, you told me you would bring the money for the repayment of the loan from your uncle.
I know, but as you know, when we visited my parents, I had to give some additional money to them for a family function they are hosting. This time around, you must borrow at least 3 million naira for the microfinance institution.
But I would never be able to pay back such a large loan.
Don't worry about it. I will work for some extra hours over some months when I return to the UK and send the money to you.
Oh, thank you, my husband.
You try. You're all done.
You're not done.
Yeah, okay. Another one.
He's the one that called you now.
You see, let's build. That's the conversation between her and her husband. Her and her husband. Now it's her friend. So.
So you first start.
It's continuation.
Okay.
We've had their conversations with the husband. This time now is her friend.
Emma and Kyra arrived with her friend,
You
Lami and Mensa.
hope you got it. No,
Just
she is the enemy. You are Lami.
At the microfinance institution meeting where her loan application is to be assessed. Okay. Hi dear, my friend Lami. How are you doing and your family? Are you all well?
Yes, so thank you. Everything is fine. And what about you?
I need to ask you a favor. I need to ask you a favor. Could you lend me 100,000? I need to repay the loan I took from the shopkeeper. I beg.
Trying to move away. But Anne, this is the second time you have asked me for money to pay back. The shopkeeper, and you never return the 50,000 I lent you.
My friend, don't worry now. I'll pay you back. Tomorrow I am getting some money from my sisters-in-law, and I will give it to you immediately now.
Did you also borrow from your sister?
Yes, now. I had to borrow from her too, because my daughter was very ill, God forbid. For some weeks now, I also did not want to bother my husband again. He has to work extra hours to be able to send me some than he usually does. As a result of all this, I am heavily in debt.
What can we deduce from what has played out between the three people? One person. Raise your hand if you want to talk. Yes, madam. To reduce how to borrow money from one place to another. Who again? What is it? Pastor Gabriel.
It's to cut our court according to the size.
Borrow the one you can pay.
Rosemary, yes?
Borrow the one you can pay back.
Borrow the money you can pay back.
And again, borrow the most important one, that is our needs, not unnecessary things, not the wants.
Yeah.
So you can be able to pay.
Madam Kiruka. Yes, what can you say?
We shouldn't borrow money from two places at a time.
We should not borrow money from two places at a time.
And
Okay. So,
another thing, sir,
yes.
is the implication that we mentioned yesterday. You know, when she wanted to borrow the second money and she had not paid the first one, you know, she was reminded that she usually borrow and don't pay. So there's no any. So if you borrow, you should also pay fast, because it actually gives credibility on. As when you pay the 50,000 naira, when you come for the 100,000, it would have actually substantiate your listing. So.
Okay, and I put this question to you. What was Annie doing? What was she doing? What was she doing? What was Annie doing?
And just a housewife.
No, in this scenario, we're talking about what is working now. What was Annie doing? Yes, she was.
She wants to sell a shop.
No. What was Annie doing?
Say, borrow by borrowing over now.
Please,
What is it?
What was Annie doing? Annie was doing what?
Borrow his occupation.
Justina, what do you want to say?
I said that Ene is borrow.
It's for sure.
Are you asking?
She's borrowing for her shop.
You have to play.
Occupation.
Everything is about what transpired.
And is good at borrowing.
She's not doing anything.
He's a good borrower.
She's a good borrower. She was borrowing money. People were not listening.
That's the role she was playing.
No, she has answered, yes. But others are not getting. Because I understand there's not mean everybody understood. Now, what was Annie doing? She was
Borrowing. Are not paying.
If we had had the conversation, she has taken, now this time around, I'm going to take 2 million, not like the 3 million. And then look at her conversation again, when she met with her friends.
100,000.
She's all about
A
borrowing.
good borrower.
Then the next question I put to you, why is she borrowing from several lenders? Why is she borrowing from the play? Why is she borrowing from so many lenders?
To repay a loan again.
She is borrowing to meet up with the former one that she borrowed. That is to pay the former one that she borrowed.
Why was she borrowing from so many lenders? Madam Justina. So what does that add? What does that proverb mean? What does that mean?
That was not a mail. She will borrow from Lami to pay another person, to pay the storekeeper.
Okay, again, what does anything of the different lenders from whom she is seeking loan? What does she think about them? What was she thinking in the play out? What was Annie thinking about? What was Annie thinking of the different lenders whom she is seeking loans? What did she think about them? Can't we look at it? What is she thinking?
The kind of maybe those people they have it, they can easily borrow her. Just like she got her friend who borrow, and again the sister-in-law. So all those people that they can't reject giving her.
Yes.
That is what is in her mind.
From what we've watched and listened, she thinks she can just jump up and get money. She can just go anywhere to anybody and
get
her money. So first we say, what is Annie doing? We say she was a borrower. She's somebody borrowing money left, right. Then we also said, why was she borrowing from all other lenders? From other lenders? It's because her husband is not living up to his responsibility. People had the conversation. What was he saying?
Do over time.
He said, why is she taking only this amount? Why not this amount? The reason is because he wants to pay the money he borrowed from uncle. So we are just saying that the husband too is not living up to his responsibilities. And she thinks that it's easy to just borrow money from who and not who. Then, how is Annie supported by her husband? How is she supported by him? How is Annie supported by her husband? Was that what happened in the village? The husband is not keeping what? Look at the stories. Where sit and didn't pay attention. Look at the papers I'm with you.
It's not supporting very well.
He's not supporting him. He's not keeping to
The responsibility.
His responsibility. If he has kept to what he was supposed to do, the wife will not be going here and there. That's what happened. So you see that
husband is trying, and then will not go for that again.
You didn't see that he said he want to work extra. Say you want to work extra hour again.
How do you know that your husband is not trying?
No verse.
What do you think will happen to any in this scenario, this thing that we have just watched? What do you think will happen to her?
Embarrassment.
Embarrassment, her health, lack of trust. What? So, what will happen is that she will not be able to pay back one or more of her loans.
Yes.
The situation is not a good one. Her group may ask her to leave their cycle because she's no longer
Able to meet up.
trustworthy. The word is trustworthy because she's no longer, group friendship that is built with some crack normally cannot stand.
Yeah.
There will be issues. So, Ene will have issues with paying her loans, and some lenders will come to her house to take guarantees and assets. They can seize her properties, arrest her, embarrass her anywhere, not only in the house. She will get a reputation of unreliability. She's no longer reliable. You can no longer transact with her. Yes, she will not be able to borrow in the future because she has entered what we call
One chance.
is it one chance? Okay.
It's one chance.
She's now over indebted. We're trying to get the full understanding of what over indebtedness means. You could be indebted, but when it becomes over, it becomes an issue. And some lenders will even cause trouble for her family.
Yeah.
Yes, even for her husband.
Her reputation will be tarnished, as Pastor has just said. And then she will be excluded from systems that are designed to get money. She will be excluded because they will say, even our common contribution that we normally do, when they are trying to draw up members, if somebody mention her, they will say, no. Don't mention any that one. We're already having issues. She's not paying. She's paying too much. She's not doing A. She's not doing B. So, what will happen to her is that so many negative things are happening in and around her. 2. You want to ask instead?
How can she be saved?
They say, what help?
She's asking a question.
What help?
Help that she needs is for her to start doing something.
Did they say she's not doing something?
She has a shop.
That's a shock.
She has a shop. That's why she went to go 3 million. You know where I can?
No, ma.
It's the spirit.
It's a spirit.
Borrowing.
Over.
It's a spirit.
Money,
Religion is coming into the discussion here. Oh, Pastor.
This is if you don't bring religious or spiritual matter to this. This, we are learning physical.
It's okay. We will get there.
There's something I want to say. There's one woman.
One person at a time.
There's one woman around my area.
Yes.
She like borrowing. She can borrow left and right. Even slippers like this to wear and go for occasion. I don't know whether that thing is in her blood.
Indeed.
Anything she can borrow, lipstick, everything. I don't know why.
This when spirituality becomes play now, because no normal human being can.
Anyway,
Even to buy
that is the reason we are here.
She said,
It's
not that she's not doing
okay.
anything.
It's okay. That's the reason we are here, and that is why we are looking at it, and that is why we want to know what leads somebody to it, and how does somebody get that.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
a good idea. Now let's look at causes of over-indebtedness. Let's look at the causes of over-indebtedness. We have looked at the little playlet that happened here, the little three people, what they did here. So it is actually, was it a good sin? Was it a good sin?
No.
It's not a good sin.
It's not a good thing.
It's not. It's sadly, it is increasingly. It's sad. It's a phenomenon that is sad. It's a
Yeah.
phenomenon that we are living with it, and it's a phenomenon that is on the increase. Daily, day in, day out, people are borrowing, and because we are doing this borrowing, we are heaping up debt on ourselves because
No
of
relation.
some few issues that some of them could be optional that we discussed. We said there are needs and there are wants. Some things that could be optional, you still want to go and take money, and then it leads us to this sad and increasing common attitude around us. Over indebtedness, it is important to understand why and how people get heavily into it and the damaging consequences. But also, we need to understand that this situation is not inevitable. Is it true? This situation is not inevitable.
Yeah.
And that there are ways of escaping from it. There are ways out of it, like Madam Justina asked. She said, how will we solve it? There are ways to get out of it. This situation is not inevitable. These situations are situations that we take ourselves into it, we put ourselves into it, and we keep doing them. So, with all this that we have said, and all that we understand now, from the foreplay and the reason that the phenomenon is sad and is increasingly around us, what is over-indebtedness? What is over-indebtedness? What can you say is over-indebtedness? Can three people share with us so that I write it out? What is over-indebtedness?
So much of debt.
Accumulation of debt.
Too much of
Debt.
debt. What is over-indebtedness? What is over-indebtedness? Is it only too much of debt?
Too much credit.
Too much
Credit.
credit? How is it too much credit?
Accumulation of credit.
Credit. If I put money in your account,
Credit in.
If I send you, I credit your account. Is that a crime? So what is over-indebtedness? Yes. You said? We are talking. Forget about the screen. Whether the screen is there or not.
Tell us about over-indebtedness.
When you borrow money from one or two persons without repayment.
Taking money without repayment. She's saying when you borrowing money
For many people.
from many, or is that what you said? Two or more persons borrowing from two or more
Without paying.
without paying.
Put it many.
What can we say is over-indebtedness? Are we good? It's something we are living with it. Is it news? It's not news.
That is
It's not news. One point or the other, either ourselves or our relations or somebody in our neighborhood had gone into that.
yeah,
Okay.
like
Over-indebtedness, it occurs when it is impossible for a person to cope with or service his own loans.
inability.
Over-indebtedness is a situation where you and I are not able to
Service alone.
continue paying our loans, if take us to that stage, see the money you are supposed to give out, but you are not able to remit back the money, you are already over indebted, because if it were not over, you would have done it. I would have done it. It is a situation that we can no longer cope or service either personal debt or including personal debt we take from people or loans from the bank, while maintaining a decent living conditions for themselves and their family. See the person, you are living fine, wearing your good clothes, driving your car, but yet, is on top of you. That is over indebtedness. A situation where you are not able to cope to service your personal or including family loan. This one is it. That's what we refer to as over indebtedness. And is it a good thing? Is it not a danger?
Yes.
It's not a good thing, it's a danger.
Issue.
Somebody wants to say something?
So it can lead to health issue.
It can lead to health challenges. So over indebtedness is this, and then we said.
Consequence.
So I now ask, what are the causes of this over indebtedness? Why do we find ourselves in those situations? Why? Yes,
Number
ma'am.
one is greedy.
Greed. Okay. She said the causes of over indebtedness. One is greediness. What do you mean by greediness, ma'am?
Okay, let me explain it.
Explain it, yes, so that we can understand.
In a situation whereby maybe a friend of mine buy the latest luxurious car, buy jewelries, buy this, you just be looking at that person, you don't know where the person might get that money. You say, okay, let me be more than her, look like, more than the way she looks. Then you enter that, is greedy, because you don't know where she get that money. You don't know whether she's even over indebtedness. You understand me, sir?
Yeah.
You can't start borrowing.
Gabriel,
Not contented with what we have.
not contented
What we have.
what you have, not contented with what you have. Yes. What are the causes?
Living extravagant life.
Lack of planning and mismanagement of funds.
Lack of planning and mismanagement of funds.
Funds.
Lack of planning
Funds management.
and mismanaging. Management of funds. Yes, you have some funds in your hand. You don't plan, you don't manage. Yes? What other cause? Yeah. Duty. What?
Buying unnecessary things,
That is living extravagant life.
Living extravagant life. Living
Extra beauty talking. That is extra beauty talk.
Impulse buying.
The other sister said extravagance.
It's two different things.
So what do we mean by impulse buying?
You see granules, you see plantain,
You like anything you see.
Buying is when somebody buy
Jumia,
They don't need.
things that
you buy.
doesn't really necessary to buy.
You just went out in the morning before you
Impulse buying things that you don't even need. But because your eyes catch up with the thing, you just say, bring it here. Everything that is passing. Yes, I want to share something. Lack of savings
Yes.
brings or leads us to over indebtedness. lack of savings. When you don't save the little that comes into your hand. Yes. What again?
Unemployment.
Now, so
Joblessness. Yeah. Yeah.
when somebody is not doing anything to earn anything, we grew and they already spoil us with this everybody must work with government. Well, meanwhile, my friends that are selling goro, you know goro?
Yes.
Kola nut.
Yes.
I think it comes from the south, but they consume it more in the northern part of Nigeria. Right from secondary school, he's into it. And we think that our parents went to school, they were working. We choose to do that one. He that was doing that one after the secondary school, is just to learn how to calculate so that you don't cheat him and that. He was still doing it right from the time. Now we borrow money from him. So these are the things. It's good to get something doing. What again? What do we think? Okay.
That's the mismanagement of funds.
Okay, let's quickly look at the reasons. Possible reasons for over-indebtedness. They include contracting a loan and not having sufficient means of making repayment. Yes, it's not a crime to take a loan. It's good, it's fine to take a loan. But we have established here already that if you are taking a loan, there should be a goal or purpose for taking the loan. We just contract a loan that you don't have the capacity to pay back. It's not, you can see from the beginning of our talk on about indebtedness. NA said she was going for 2 million. The husband is saying, why now?
Go for 3
million naira. So that his one is just for the money to come. Yes? Mother Justina, I want to tell us something.
There's something I want to say.
Yes, say it.
Circumstances. Because they have a reason. I went and borrowed money.
You?
Me.
Okay.
I'm still owing 100,000 now.
Yes.
I went and borrowed money and bought goats, pregnant goats from Anagaka.
Okay.
Zuba. So that it will start giving birth and I will be selling. And the goats, I don't know whether it's the people that is in my compound that follow the goats.
Child. Jesus.
And the goats run away. To be frank with you, I've been thinking that I will repay the loan next month.
Yeah, sorry for the loss.
And my goats would have given birth. But
Hey.
it was heavy.
Okay.
So sometimes it's circumstances.
Yes.
So I've already planned myself.
That your God will come and give birth.
It's
You are nice
heavy.
Don't worry, Madam Rosemary, your friend will help you.
Why might a person who has borrowed money not pay back his or her debt? Why? Why would somebody who has borrowed money not be able to pay back his or her debt?
I mentioned once, I say circumstances.
And what again? Somebody borrowed money and not be able to pay back.
Some are deliberate, sir. Some
deliberate, they don't
yes,
pay.
there's some.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, quickly, like I said, let's look at some of the reasons that we will see whether it is like that. One, contracting a loan and not having sufficient means to make the payment.
Yes.
A sudden drop in your income.
Very.
I want to make an example.
So correct.
Just Plateau State. At a point, they have a mineral called tin. And people were mining, the happening people were in mining business. They were mining minerals. All the big boys in town were, suddenly the thing went down. Their income, they started selling their vehicles, selling the houses and the land that they bought. So, if your income drops, there's a particular life that you're already living, you now start struggling. And then, if you are at that point, if you are having a debt to settle somewhere, it becomes
a problem, yes.
Excessive consumption and misuse of credit and consumer credit card. You see, we know what credit card means.
Yes.
Our banks, because you refuse to go and take loan, they devise another means. They give you a card. They just load the card with money. You keep spending, and then when the money comes, they take. Also, our airtime, our MTN
Yes.
is doing that.
Phone.
They will give you airtime.
They say
Then
borrow,
you
borrow.
borrow, you take. Then when they want to take it. So sometimes because of availability of that facility.
Yes, to
Because
you.
that means of then I can always have the money. I can always have airtime. I can always. You see, you just going into it without minding, and then before you know it, you are excessively in it. Somebody has mentioned unemployment when you don't have anything doing. A change in your circumstances. Example, divorce, especially divorce. You are married. You know, naturally in Africa, the two hands help each other.
Yes.
And one of the major things that I've understood that is happening, that is not good, the men are intimidating the women is I will sack you because she'll go and find it difficult to fend. He's the one paying the rent, he's bringing the food. The woman was not groomed to do these things, to start looking for blocks, to start buying land, to start building a house. And because a woman was not groomed for such, her mindset is not on that. Her mindset is in the house. What will we eat today? We are sleeping. When we wake up tomorrow, what happens? And then suddenly, you are divorced. You go into trouble. You have to look for how to live. You borrow money and you pay a rent. You have not finished paying the debt of the rent.
The year
is
runs
over.
out.
So, a change in circumstances can also take us to such situations of indebtedness. Being distracted from your goal, you borrowed money for unplanned expenses, such as school books, equipment, health, money, and other things. Yes, this is where you want to go, but the unexpected comes. You get distracted from the goal. But in our conversation of setting goals, we said, if you are not able to achieve the goal today, do that which is a need today, that essential thing, do it, and then continue your savings and make sure you get to where you're going. So we can be distracted from our goal. That will, as a result of borrowing money and then doing an unplanned thing, it takes us into indebted. Because that thing you plan to go and do, if you have done it, it will have given you some returns of money to pay the debt. But because other issues come up, your child was sent out of school, you won't stay. You will take that money, instead of going and buying tomatoes to sell tomorrow, you will go and pay your child's school fees so that he goes back to school. Then the debt goes on you.
Increase.
Giving more money than you can afford to husband, wife, family, friends, to fund, to go and do like we're saying, pastor makes call. You sit down, you carry money, you are giving relations, you are giving your husband. Husband, we saw what happened there. The man borrowed money, he went to UK, he came back from UK, borrowed money, went to UK and came back. Instead of him to go and whether it is toilet, he washed there to get the money, to go and pay his uncle, he didn't do it. He came back and he's telling his wife
To go and borrow more.
increase the money she borrowed so that he will take the money and pay his uncle. So sometimes we give money that we cannot, because it's not your money. You borrow to give, or it's money, yes, it could be your money, but the money has a purpose. But you take it to give your husband, or give your wife, or family members, to take care of their other social activities. Theft. Nobody planned that a thief should come to his house. Nobody asked for that. But they happen, they come. Like people say, when they come, where you hide the money, nobody tell you, you go by yourself and give them. Because you don't want to be harmed. You don't want to be hurt. And sometimes when you don't have the money, that's when they beat you very well. That why are you staying in this kind of house? And they say you don't have money. So it's like that. Being too old when contracting a loan with income failing on retirement, we have to be proactive. We have to know our age, know what we have. No, we are not God. We are not saying that the old man will die before the young. The young will die before the old. But we have to be very careful so that you don't get into situations where you leave issues for your children. You don't do that. So look at your age, look at your retirement, because when you retire, the income will not be the same. What I'm earning today, I cannot earn the same thing when I'm in retirement. So I should be mindful of that so that I don't cross the line into over-indebtedness. Illness preventing you from working. Yeah, you can be ill. And then that which you are struggling to do, you can no longer do it. And when you don't earn income, the people are waiting for their money. They don't care. Before you know it, you slip into over-indebtedness. But if you are healthy, you will still go and push around and do that which you want to do to achieve what you want to achieve. Natural disaster, drought, flood. We don't ask for these ones too. We wake up, fire will burn up a place. It could be your house. It has bring setback. A flood, you do your farm. Flood come, carry all the things that you planted. Somebody plow for you, somebody plant it, you pay. Somebody come and apply chemicals for wheat so that there will be no grasses in your farm. You pay. You are waiting for harvest just for
Flood.
to come and wash everything away. Another one is not keeping record of loan payment. You can see that you took loan, yes, you are paying. There are crafty human beings. When they realize that you are careless,
Yeah, they take advantage. Yeah.
They will still tell you that you have not paid. And then you keep cycling and cycling and cycling, and you keep wondering what is happening. Engaging in risky commercial practice in your business, such as selling on credit. You cannot establish business and you're giving people things on credit. Where you are taking it from, did they give you a credit? If they are giving you credit, it's because they will not give you much. They know what you have paid. They will not give you little products on it, believing that you will go and sell and they will have their money back within the shortest possible time. Signing up a loan without understanding the terms and conditions. We have said that here yesterday again and again. You don't just go into a loan not understanding. Like I was telling us during the recap, anywhere you go, you want to deal on money of issue, ask questions, maybe it is 100 times, ask them, understand it very well before you take the loan, the conditions. You want to say something, Beauty? Lack of credit illiteracy. What does that mean? Tell us.
It means when one wants to take a loan,
Yes.
understand the penalty, the consequence, like the early payment, the interest,
It's the same thing.
time
Yes.
on loan. So if you don't understand that, it might so very not complete that.
Yeah.
So that is the lack of credit literacy. One must understand the consequence of loan.
You must understand the consequences of loan.
Like
The
duration, the time of
the
the
time
payment,
duration,
all
yes.
that's involved.
another one is that engaging in this Ponzi scheme, this online stuff. You got some just borrow money and they want to put it there so that you can triple for them.
Yes.
So
This
yes.
quick money,
Yes.
money making.
We call it Ponzi. Yes.
Majority of them are just
Ponzi schemes. So by the time you borrow money and keep it there, I sent money to one of my friends like that. he say he need money. That when he put the money there, there are going to be a return of about 200,000. And he borrowed from me. He borrowed from a brother, and joined the money and give it to one person. And they block the.
You went and borrowed 500,000 to put into this Baba Ijebu. Our friend is inside the Baba Ijebu business. That one she have gotten like 1 million. She now introduced
That's
the
it
children
now.
into the business. She put the children. They save money. The children they have earned money like some earned 800, some earned 700.
Then I
so
put
this
it
her
back.
friend, she now went and borrowed 500,000 and put inside. Her turn now, they have Baba Ijebu, they now pack up. Nowhere to be found. No,
Baba Ijebu no dey again.
Eh?
You know dey.
You
They
did
don't
now,
go.
but they don't run now.
They've closed everything in the net. Even the phone number, you cannot reach them. Nowhere to find them. So now she's crying now. All her salary now, she's using it to pay
Hey,
debts.
Jesus Christ.
Because the place he went and borrowed that money, they are dragging her seriously that he must pay. That they are going to report her to the organ in the office, the MP of the city.
No.
She said that she don't want
Even if you
to get her.
report now,
Anytime
pay.
you collect salary now, she should divide the salary, she will go and pay loan. Then the little one she can settle the children in school. So she's into seriously.
It's no problem now.
Me, I'm a second stand.
Evicted.
Share your experience. Share your
Something like
experience.
that happened to me.
Yes.
A friend of mine came to my house and said, this particular person, they are doubling money.
Money double.
So 50, the following day, they will give you 100. So, this one is not MMM. This one is just physical. That our pape, beggar quarry, the guy is a beggar quarry. So, the lady now join me. They have been doing and collecting. 100 to give you 200. They double the money. So me, I started with 50. I hide the thing from my husband. I said, because if you know, wahala. So I paid the first 50. The following money, they brought 100 for me. I invested the 100 then. The following, they gave me 200. So that 200, I wanted to pay in that 200. The spirit, something in me said, no, don't. Only pay 50. So the guy was like, madam, why are you paying 50? You should have paid the whole of that 200,000. I said, no. I want to use this one for something. Let me pay 50. By the next day, I will now pay more than 300. That was how I now convinced the guy. I paid the 50. Lo and behold, that guy, because it's not only me, he gathered from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And behold, that guy, they said they saw him in Ghana. So I was just looking at, I said, me, I invested 50. At least I have up to 100. So I'm not.
Yeah, and you collect from other people to pay you.
It's all right.
This my friend now, her own. She sold one room in her place and invest the money, almost 3 million. That money gone.
Yes, these are the issues with us when it comes to money. And that is the reason why we have to be very careful. We have to take good decisions. We need to discuss with people. Find time, discuss whatever you want to go into. Get some good knowledge about it before you jump into it. Anything that looks too good is a problem. So now let's classify indebtedness. Let's classify the causes of indebtedness. Let's take a look. We'll take a look at that, our list that time. Contracting no more than you can. We'll take a look at them. And then some of this indebtedness is as a result of bad decisions. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Some of this of our indebtedness is as a result of bad decisions. Some of the cause of our indebtedness is because of bad decision. Another one. Bad law. There are in the bank there's what we call bad debt. There are debt, yes, that is gone. The bank has no option, that money cannot be recovered. So we want to classify these reasons for indebtedness into either bad law or bad reasons due to poor decision rather. There are decisions that you take that push you into of indebtedness. Just like the one she said, the woman, if she has left her one room, she would have been getting, her rent would have getting better by now. So sometimes the decisions that we take push us into over-indebtedness. And then sometimes it is bad luck. It's just bad luck that comes your way. And there's nothing you can do about that. So poor decisions and bad luck can take us into indebtedness. Try to sketch out some of them here. Can we remember some reasons on our own? What can we think are bad decisions that we take that push us into indebtedness? What bad decisions do we take that can take us? Justina, you said? You are hungry. Don't worry. It's a bad decision. Yes, hungry now it's a bad decision to tell you.
Let me say hungry. Hungry.
Okay, hunger. Somebody says
We'll soon be there because we didn't start early. So, what do we think are the bad decisions that we find ourselves that throw us into indebtedness? What bad decisions? Yes.
like deposit schemes.
Anyone.
Contracting a loan and not having sufficient means to make repayment.
Yeah. Is it a bad decision or it's a bad law?
It's a bad decision.
It's a bad decision.
Because you
Is it
How do
extravagant?
you do poor calculation?
Borrowing money to buy a car, you know.
like borrowing.
And you did not even invest that money, just borrow it.
Plan
You didn't
how to
calculate
pay
or
back.
plan ahead what you are going to use that money for. That is
Yes.
improper planning.
Improper planning.
Borrowing loan to pay loan. It's a,
Loving Peter.
yes, now. You borrow loan to pay loan.
So, what again? What are bad decisions?
Borrowing to buy wants. Borrowing for wants.
Yes. Borrowing money to satisfy wants.
Borrowing to buy wants.
How would they choose doing what you have not reached up to?
What again?
Yes.
Not like as a borrowing to buy car. That is a what? As a misuse of credit.
Misuse of credit. Bad decision or
It's a bad decision.
bad decision.
Misuse
Say it
of
again.
Misuse of credit.
Misuse of credit.
credit cards or credits.
Yes.
Accident or disaster, that is bad luck.
Yes. Accident and disaster.
Natural disasters. Because there are some that you can cause by yourself.
Out of drop in income.
Yes,
You didn't ask for it.
it's a bad
You didn't
luck.
plan for it.
Yes,
It's a bad luck.
You are divorced.
So, parting with your partner, your life partner, debt.
Debt.
yes, so,
Another one, debt.
yes.
That is bad luck.
God forbid.
So what of illness? It's part of bad luck.
Illness is bad luck because you are ill and you can no longer do your work. Mm-hmm.
Accident is there already.
Unemployment is conditional.
It's conditional.
To mean anything, you can start business with 5,000 naira.
If you are unemployed, you just choose to be beautiful, unemployed, extra. You don't have option now.
Yes, disaster.
Unless it's not me.
And that. So we find ourselves there. Not keeping of non-record payment. Which one is that one?
Poor decision.
Is it poor decision?
Poor decision, yeah.
No proper record keeping.
Yes. That is poor decision.
Lack of savings.
Poor decision.
Poor decision. Lack of savings, yes.
Awareness.
Okay.
Mismanagement.
Mismanagement.
Poor decision.
So can we? Should we-
Do we know somebody who has failed to pay his loan? Have we, has it
Experience, yeah.
who has failed to pay his loan?
Yes.
And what happens to the person?
So it's disaster.
The person collected a huge kind of money that he wants to use, put up, invest in business or something like that. Later, something else came up. It's like it's under bad luck that affected the person. Disaster. The house got fired. The warehouse of where he put the goods. So, and he used his house as a collateral. So later the bank seized
The house.
that was how the man and the family traveled back to the village. With Ghana must go. With nylon bag.
So bad one.
Insurance didn't cover the debt. As the money was kind of huge. Insurance was able to give them the little they gave. That was what the travel woman started off farming in the village.
It happened. Like another man, there's a woman too that have that issue. Just same thing, about 2 million. So they say that people were even saying that is that money that he gave it to her husband to buy a car. So that he should go and sell that car and pay the money back.
Let's look at finding ways of solving these problems of our indebtedness. Let's look at finding ways of solving the problem of our indebtedness. I have a card here that I will give out.
Okay.
Yes, D42 with 3 different cards and then with 3 different scenarios. Can we?
Going to add rapid.
Yes, no, we'll do group.
Okay.
Yes, well, let's take 1, 2, 3 first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1. So we have 3 scenarios here. Escape. We'll sit down and look at it and deduce what the story is all about. Group 1 will handle the first, group 2 will handle the second aspect, group 2 will handle the third one. So on group 1, let's group 1 come this side, group 2 this side, group 3 this side.
Group 3 go and meet the senior citizen. Hey! See your fine up and down. How you people wear like this? Can't tie this thing like this.
Where one day?
Two here, 1 here, 3 here.
Where is 2? Oh boy. Like for real now, best just start like 1 hour they talk. Where's group 2 now? Let me. I'm in cameraman group. You guys are. Don't worry, I'm coming there. I'm coming there. Don't worry. I'm there now. Yes. That's why people are 3 in number now.
Okay. Group 1 will handle, which way is group 1? 1. You will handle a member of a SUSU to which they belong. Then we have we are 4 here. Is it that our number reduced or what? Okay, not really. Madam, let's take one from another group from somewhere. Come here, ma'am. Come here. Wait.
That's a month. Yeah.
Look at this in the story that you have and come up with study very well. Also
Yes. Yes. It's up to 4 now.
This is the one you brought from extended family. Just look at the stories and
she feels to say she belongs to this one, she's not complying with it alone.
The condition where we review for her.
In this situation, which condition will you reach? Because she belongs to them. That is your that is not. Then you read it again to understand. Read it again.
Like here, they're saying that when
the situation we are in now is we are in 4 groups. We we are going to complete, to study the scenario that is before you, and then.
Borrowing, you understand me? You will now go and check around whether they are owing in any state. If they are owing, you are not going to give them again. Because you can't be owing money. You come back to the same place to borrow. I don't know whether I'm making sense.
Sorry, it's actually three. The scenarios are three.
Before we give an payment,
So,
Yes. A social group. Then you are a manager of a microfinance institution. Is that what you are? Yes. Then this will be member of family, brothers and sisters. A social. We're looking at the consequences of our indebtedness in the stories that are given to us. The consequences of our indebtedness. And then, that's we are going back to Ernest's issue now. And we now look at her difficulties and her inability to repay her various loans. We are to look at her inability to repay her loans in the scenarios. These are three different stages. You look at it and then you explain the consequences that she may run into. And then each group, with those cards, you are going to prepare a short sketch based on the situation and the road. Just come up with a little write-up on the situation that is with you. Then we'll discuss it after coming to looking at it. Yes.
Are we writing?
Yes, because you talk at the end of the day. You may not remember what you are going to discuss.
So, point one. I know that they contribute to my direct.
It is assumed that she has some personal difficulties, and these are the scenarios containing those difficulties. We should now look at it and come up with various situations that make her not be able to pay her loan. We are going to explain what consequences for her that may be. And
Thank God.
That's why I was saying this. Me, I always go for my family members to them. But when you have to pay, that one
You are continuous spending now.
That is where the situation is coming family members.
Before the season.
Is it correct?
Yes, the form. Draft to that.
There was
No.
the plan is
Form.
because of where the Senate will solve. Don't like here now. You are the manager of, let's say, you are the manager of the bank. From where end and the friend don't go to already. They don't go to discuss already and they have not paid those ones. They later now come back again to go again. You understand me? What will make the manager not to give them the money?
Let's round up so that we have an idea of what's happening in each of these situations. 2 minutes time, let's see what our group has from each of the stages.
and by consulting by the government.
It's another
Because you go and start agreement at the station, and so it's going to end by
Can we discuss our outcome? Can we discuss the outcome from each of the scheduled scenarios in our group? Are we ready? Whose group is ready? Who is ready? Group 1 is ready. Okay. Who is what of 2 and 3? We are ready. 2 is okay. Let's one at the first one. You said they are ready, but please share with us. What is the from your story? What can you say will happen to any in that story? Group 1, who is your spokesperson?
Okay.
According to the scenario, what will happen to any in your own situation?
You can read it.
Okay, in our own situation,
Please, let's listen to her.
and will give her a gift. She'll be giving me a little time to pay the loan. We'll give her a time to pay more time to pay and then go back. But if that time given to her, she is not able to pay us the loan, the second step we are going to do, we have to involve the family member to see if they can, if the activity they can do. And that if that time we still give her time, so that she and family member they will decide if they're able to raise that money, we'll still give her time. That time we give to her, after the time we give to her and the family member, they didn't come up with any decision to pay back the money. So our next step, the third step, what we're going to do, we are going to involve the security, that is the police. We are going to involve the police. We are taking our final decision by involving the police so that they help us to recover our money.
Okay, according to the scenario, what will happen? Let's clap for them. Group 2, you are the next to say you are ready. According to this scenario, what's going to happen to any?
Because they are still owing another place. We are not going to, because they are owing, they will not be able to get the loan back. So we are not going to give them any loan till they finish paying the other loan. And the second one is the collateral. You can use their house or land for the collateral. The third one is giving them risk. You can risk it by giving them another money. The fourth one is checking their income. Where their income comes, you can check their income to know how much they are getting per month, in order for us to give them another loan.
Thank you. Let's start for them. Yes, the other group, what can you say? According to this scenario, what will happen to any?
So according to the scenario, she collected the loan from the family members. So we discussed and agreed that Ene will call and discuss with her to know the reason as to why she's not making the payment as agreed. And then I know the costs, the possible cost of her not paying back, which can be drop of her income, which can be theft or natural disaster, and then give her more time to make payments. In the case where she did not remit as promised, the whole family will not give her any loan in the future. She has lost the trust of the family because she did not remit her loan as she promised.
Okay. I now ask, these 3 stories that were read, what does it entail? Does it give us the image of what we are trying to look at?
Yes.
Is it about indebtedness?
Yes.
Beautiful. If it is on, so in a general term, what happens to any listening to all these stories? What will be the outcome in her life? What consequences do you think she will face?
Devastated.
Yeah. Disgrace, someone said disgrace. Embarrassment. Loss of trust.
You can lead to health challenges.
So our indebtedness has, but at the bottom line, the whole thing here is that any will be excluded from different sources of funding. Nobody, you can see that the whole scenarios she's found wanting. So at the end of it all, she will be excluded from getting any source of funding.
Even if she's serious, nobody will believe it.
Moving which years. So our destiny has many negative consequences. How can we know if you or I are already at the risk of being excessively in debt. How can you or I know? Let's look at these ones. One, if your monthly repayment exceeds 35% of your income. You see, the laws of the land, you don't take a loan that you can pay more than 30%, 33% of your income. By the time you are paying a debt of more than 30% of your income, then there is danger. So it is risky indebtedness is when you are paying more than you are supposed to give out because you have other needs in life that you need to. You are not only living to pay debt. If you frequently get involved in large renewable credit, you've said that before, you play with your credit because it is there and we are ready to give you money, we are ready to give you airtime. If you increasingly use loans to cover up your current expenses, if you are living on loan to pay your rent, if you are living on loan to pay rent, to buy food, or to pay your bills, if you are increasingly asking for more time to settle your expenses, once that is happening, it means there is a problem. Then you step up. How do you get out of these situations? How can you? This is to tell us what we already risking indebtedness is what we have said. How can you avoid getting into this situation? Yes. How can we get out of it?
Yeah, group 3, do you have advice?
How do we get out of those situations? We say you are risking it. You are borrowing money to pay rent. You are frequently involved in taking your credit again and again, and you are increasing your loan is being used to cover your essential needs. How will you avoid getting heavily indebted? How will you do this? How will you avoid being highly indebted? This risk of indebtedness, how will you get out of them?
To save more.
You save. You do what again?
Don't borrow more than
Proper planning.
Proper planning.
Get employed.
Get employed. Get something doing. So look at.
To get more.
Yes. For you to be out of indebtedness, we need to save. You need to attend a course that will give you knowledge of how to manage your finances. You don't borrow more than you can afford to repay. You don't have any reason at all to take money more than what you repay. Calculate your indebtedness ratio and up your monthly income. Then you add up your monthly debt. What are we saying here? You calculate your indebted, you know what you're indebted to. You also look at your total income, and then you add up your monthly debt repayments. It gives you a way. You know this cord that we have, you see that symbol, it's a gauge. Which one is weighing more? If the debt is weighing more than the income, you are in danger. So we have to make sure we always, and then normally you should take, you should not take on further loans if your monthly debt repayments already exceeds 35 to 40% of your total income. If your debt payment exceeds 35 to 40, you don't have any reason to take any more money. You have to listen to advice. There are experts in advice on lenders that your friends can also be your guide. Reduce the amount of money you spend on a regular basis. You must not just be spending money every day. You can, and then so that the leftover money, you use it to reduce your debt. Be sure to build up an emergency fund so you can cope with emergencies without affecting your loan's repayment. Build up your emergency fund. We have agreed here that there should be provision for emergency fund. Be proactive. Go and see the person in charge of your account at the bank. Do not, you want to ask a question? Okay. You need to be proactive. You don't have to wait until things get bad. You can always seek way out of what you want to do. Go and see your advisor at the bank. If you do not discuss the matter at an early stage, it will lead to you failing to pay your loan, and your situation will be made worse by having to pay penalties and costs. When you don't pay, your loan at the right time, it attracts extra cost. Remember that it is in the lender's interest to find a repayment solution that is acceptable to you. As you are taking money, it is a conversation that you now look at the loan you are taking and you have to discuss the situations of payment that is suitable to you. Then at that point you accept and take the loan. The lender may propose one of the following solutions. When your indebtedness comes in, rescheduling the debt, that is reducing the amount you may pay each month, while extending the term of the loan, so that it takes a longer time. You took money you are supposed to pay in 3 months, but it is not meeting up. You have no option but to extend it. Consolidating or redeeming the loan, looking at how you can work around it and make sure you redeem the loan, and then suspending payments for a set period. If the things become too tight, you can ask for a window, or as you are taking the money, you ask for a window so that you'll be able to catch up and make sure you don't get what. So let's look at this other one. D4 is a scenario 2. Yes.
I don't understand that
Window, what we mean by window here, you borrow the money from a lender and you see that the repayment which will be hard on you. You can go and negotiate. One, extend the period of the payment, or give me a little break. I won't be able to pay for the next 3 months so that you can pick up. That's the window. You're asking for, that's like renegotiating the loan. Extension of time, depending on, like I said, the discussion should be such that you will, that's acceptable by you, because you are the one that will pay back the money. That person has given you the money, and it shouldn't be. So we're going to look at D43 very fast. Our time is far gone, but we'll get over it. We are going to have a little competition. We are going to divide ourselves into 4 groups. Let's one people just make another group there. Let's just make another one group there. 4 groups. Please, one person from there. Let's take that seat. People in that group should go back there. Then I'm going to give you a story. You will tell me when you have read through the story and you are ready. For each story, you are going to give 2 answers.
Thank you.
D43, we have problem 1. These are problems to do with money. That's the reason we're here. I'm still giving you one, sorry. Problem 1. Okay, you're only 1.
Mom. Today, not today. Today is today.
Problem 1, that's that. Then we have problem 2. Let's look at it sharply. We look at the problem. We look at Please, let's read it sharply. Problem 4. Now we are going to have a little competition. We want to divide ourselves into this group and then read each of this story carefully, and on a single group solution. Raise your hand as soon as your group has agreed on the solution. Study the problem and have agreed on the solution to that problem. You can do that. Give 2 answers. how could the person in the story have avoided getting heavily into debt? That's what you look at. That is to say, what would he have done beforehand to avoid the situation in that problem? Okay, group 2 are ready. They are first ready. Problem 3, 1, 2, 3, yes. Then the second issue is you look at how could the person get out of the situation now? What would they do afterwards? There are 2 things you are going to look at the problem. 1, how could the person in the story have avoided getting heavily indebted? How could that person in that problem? What would you have done beforehand? What is it that you have done beforehand to avoid the situation he or she find herself? And then the second one, how could the person get out of this situation now? Out of the situation, should they do afterwards when they're already in the second, they're already in it? How do you get? Are we good to go?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Share with us.
Problem 3.
That is agreed by the group. That's what the group agreed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Problem 3.
Yes.
Can I highlight the problem first? Okay, like in this problem 3, Ada was doing very well in her business. She even extended it to other catering business. All of a sudden, the mother fall sick, and she went as far as borrowing money to treat the mother. So, and also staying with the mother. Later, the catering, the orders that some of her customers made, she was not able to meet up with the orders, and she dropped. Okay, now the mother has gotten well, and the business is not doing well because she wasn't there anymore to cope with the business.
Yes.
So, and later, thank God, the mother got healed and okay. Now she's owing. So the question here is, how can she repay her debts? The first question, the answer to our question,
How could she have avoided?
How she could have avoided that debt. She could have avoided that debt. She could have avoided that debt by, we've taken the option B, by selling some of her valuable things. Yes, like livestock, jewelries, other television and all whatnot. Because for me, once she meet up with her business and or more orders, she can as well buy more beautiful jewelries that is even more beautiful than the one she was on, than the old one.
So her problem number 1 there was, from your story, group 2, yes, the problem there is her joy. What was the problem?
The problem was that she was taking care of the mother. The mother got ill, and she was taking care of the mother. Group 3. Our own is 3. Problem 3.
Go ahead, I can hear you.
So the problem there was that the mother got ill.
Yes.
So she went as far as borrowing money to treat the mother. And she couldn't meet up with her orders, the catering work and her restaurant business and everything, because she was one place taking care of her mother.
Go ahead. So what would she have done to avoid that situation?
To avoid the situation, she would have also employ somebody to take care of the mother.
Somebody would have looked at that.
No, something like this now. Only this is an emergency situation. If you happen that certain situation and no amount
If she has noticed somebody who won't run into that, right?
Yes.
Now that she's already there, what happens? Now that she's already in the problem.
That is why I now say, instead of borrowing the money, you could have sell her jewelry.
Okay, sold her assets.
Her assets, yes.
Okay, which group is ready next? We are not ready.
Problem one.
Okay, go ahead, ma.
Okay, let me see. Okay, we chose option A.
Okay, what is it?
And it says our own is about that borrowed 500,000 from bank to do something in her shop and to buy more goods. But her friend begged her and lured her into borrowing her.
She borrowed
500,000 from
Is
the
that
bank.
the first problem?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
From the bank.
Group one.
Yes.
Group 1, problem 1.
Problem one.
So she went and borrowed 500,000 from bank. Now her this thing is to change her changing room and buy stock her business. But a friend now came with her own problems, beg her, please borrow me the remaining, because she 250 is for the changing room. Why 250 is for buying market and doing other things? Her friend said that remaining 250 that you want to use as stock market, please give it to me. I will pay you before the bank, before the repayment time period. And she carried the money and gave her friend, and her friend Toama with her money.
Okay.
Do you understand? She's no longer picking her calls. So then they now gave us 3 options. What she would have done differently instead of giving her friend that more money. The option A says Ene would have lent the money in exchange for an access of equal or greater value. Example, gold. He would have told his friend, her friend, oh, yeah, give me your gold, or give me something as in collateral. So that is what we choose. The second one is option B said Ene could have discussed with her friend and agreed to give her a smaller amount, for example, 120,000, 125,000. Then option C says Ene could have lent 250 to her friend and invest the remaining 250 in her business by purchasing the material as planned in parallel. She could have borrowed money from a close friend to buy the cloth in bulk. Her business would have generated enough money to make the repayment in bank. So, but we choose option A. Yes. She would have asked for something like gold. Or she will ask collateral. So that as the friend ran away, she will now
hold it back.
Yes.
Could be necklace, could be
Yes.
Okay. Next.
Problem what? Then two.
Then problem 3 was yours.
Yes.
Okay, which problem is that?
2.
Problem 2. Go ahead.
So, to my own understanding and
Is the group not
No,
yours?
it's not yours. Our own understanding.
okay,
How could the story
correction, point of correction. We are just so I think the maker could have borrowed a large amount of money initially. So he could buy this smartphone which he wanted to buy on his girlfriend's birthday. So that the money would be enough for the expenses.
Borrow money to buy food.
Well, problem 2, Emeka would have, the way out of it would have, Emeka would have set aside the amount required for the first repayments. You know, Emeka couldn't do that. You look at the problem very well. Emeka couldn't do that. And Emeka as well would have reached out to the family. He couldn't reach out to the family. So Emeka has now entered vicious cycle of indebtedness. Yes. The last problem, problem 4. Where are we? Problem 4.
Sorry. That is problem 4.
What do you have problem 4?
We have she went to collect loan to buy a television before she fell sick. What she's supposed to do at first, she's supposed to save part of her salary. She's supposed to save part of her salary, monthly salary, she's able to pay the loan. Since she failed to do that, and now she's over indebtedness, the next thing she will do is for her to contact her family member to see that they help her to pay part of the money. And maybe eventually she will contact her family member and they fail to support her. Then, okay, just to answer, that if she contacts her family member and they fail to support her, then she will go to a religion leader to see if they can still help her to pay the loan.
You are looking here. Don't you have the paper?
This one is too tiny, sir.
Okay.
Folake.
We have spoken to our family, yes, to help her get money needed for the payment of the loan. And again, Folake could have set a little money aside every week or every day. We have emphasized here that we should learn to save. And then it helps us in situations like that, in the situation that she found herself. People and families sometimes think they have the means to help others because they have cash in their hand. But it is not always true. It's not always, it's far from it. If money has been borrowed, it must be absolutely used to achieve the goal for which the purpose is being made. Any money that you go to take, it should be strictly for that purpose. Such money is not meant to help others. Is that so? If you borrow money, you have not borrowed the money to just blow it. So in life, when we take money, let's ensure that the money goes for what we intend to do. Any question, please? Any question?